The establishment once tricked the one man who can take down the establishment.
He took the advice of a lot of people who are the swamp creatures of Washington, telling him, here's who you need to have in this position, here's who you need to have in that position.
I picked a few people that I shouldn't have picked. And
neocons?
yeah, neocons or bad people.
But this time it's different. No more deep state, no more neocons, and no more foreign interests ahead of America's. I can stop paying attention now. Daddy Trump and the America First regime have got everything under control. We've got National Security Advisor Mike Waltz, a neocon Mike Pompeo approved Bush administration alumni who served Donald Rumsfeld, Robert Gates, and Dick Cheney. Then there's Pompeo approved UN Ambassador Elise Stefanik, who also got her start in the Bush administration. She's so MAGA, she even received the Dr. Miriam and Sheldon Adelson Defender of America. Defender of Israel Award. But we've got John Ratcliffe at the CIA. Another anti-establishment, Pompeo-approved Bush alumni who went into business with Patriot Act pusher Bush Attorney General John Ashcroft. He also worked at a strategy firm launched by members of the intelligence community to serve industries like defense, technology, and aerospace. Hold on. There's Marco Rubio, the Israel First war hawk who props up the toxic corporate sugar welfare program, Mahare, and is a top-tier proponent of perpetual American empire. These neocons have all spent time in Congress, and they all voted to fund perpetual war, extend mass surveillance, fund a brutal foreign regime in perpetuity and without limit, keep piling onto the national debt, and were all funded by deeply entrenched special interests during their time in office. Honorable mentions include establishment-endorsed Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent, who worked with George Soros, who then put $2 billion into Bessent's hedge fund venture, Secretary of Commerce and co-chair of Trump's transition team Howard Lutnick, whose firm is one of the elite financial institutions licensed by the Federal Reserve of New York to trade in government securities, Susie Wiles, who's leaving a lobbying firm that represents some of the most toxic food brands and one of the worst pharmaceutical companies in America to be chief of staff. She personally lobbied for a company that, among other things, makes ingredients for herbicides and pesticides, as well as the Motion Picture Association of America, corporate Hollywood's lobbying organization. Another lobbyist, Pam Bondi, from Wiles' previous lobbying firm Ballard, is the pick for Attorney General. She's lobbied the U.S. government for a variety of special interests, including a repressive, autocratic regime. She's called for gun control, loves Israel, and believes the government has a right to punish speech. A whole smattering of establishment medical authorities. And Brian Hook leading the State Department transition team. His resume includes working for the Bush administration and as a policy advisor to neocon Pompeo. But there's Pete Hegseth. He's not a politician or a member of the swamp. He's a pundit for the corporate mainstream media and can often be found promoting militarism.
There's merit in a preemptive strike.
They ought to get more missiles like that, and we probably shouldn't tell the world about it.
And simping for Israel.
There's no reason why the miracle of the reestablishment of the temple on the Temple Mount is not possible.
But we've got Elon and Vivek at the Department of Government Efficiency. Oh, it appears it'll have no enforcement power, and the guy heading and promoting it is knee-deep in defense and intelligence welfare, while the other guy founded and still owns part of a company that's deep in business with establishment institutions, including Palantir, one of the most establishment deep state contractors in American history, whose founder mentored and propped up the vice president-elect. While you get drunk and distracted on a few seemingly anti-establishment figures, the new regime is stacking up the same old swamp with allegiance to a foreign regime. And my guess is the Trump team is well aware of this hypocrisy, or they wouldn't have announced Gabbard at the same time as Rubio. Acknowledging this is not cynical or black-pilled. It's actually the ultimate white pill to recognize that yet again, politicians' actions fail to live up to their rhetoric, which should free you once and for all from their propaganda and narratives and inspire you to start taking responsibility for yourself instead of waiting for brazenly establishment authoritarians to come save you. As disappointing and predictable as the majority of Trump's appointments have been, there is a silver lining. It's going to shake some people out of their blind trust in Trump and hopefully lead them to question all politicians in the system more deeply. So Trump might actually help make America great again after all.